My buddy just called me and said, sorry he didn't have my pager number, or else he would have paged me. I love topical comedy, which so obviously that was the story, right? That there was pagers in Lebanon that blew up on people's persons. Thousands of people got injured. I think 10 or probably 9 or 12 people died. I mean, those are usually the numbers they like to go with. Anything around 3 to 6 to 9 or 12. But when I heard that, it made me think of the movie Law Abiding Citizen, because that's really the only time I've seen that shown, to where I think it was a female. She picks up her phone and her cell phone, and this was like 2011, so they had the little cell phones at that time. So in the movie, she picks up her phone and her head explodes because the phone was a bomb, right? I mean, I guess that goes all the way back to Get Smart, right? This message will self-destruct in 10 seconds or whatever. So so when I heard that story, that's the first thing I thought of, was that movie. But that to me, it's like, that obviously would be capable with cell phones. There's got to be no way that can't be capable with cell phones, especially because we can't take our batteries out of the cell phone, and those are giant lithium batteries in our cell phone. That lithium is right up there with any other explosive. So definitely something to consider when we keep our phones in our pockets. Like my phone's right here. It could explode at me at any time, I guess. But whatever, I digress. I was watching Joe Imbriano from the Fullerton Informer, which, in my opinion, that guy is one of the smartest guys on YouTube. He's got a bunch of background knowledge that he puts to the test, because he was a chemical engineer, as far as I remember. So he studied these types of chemical reactions. He's so good about describing the chemical reactions in a lot of these 5G scenarios, the air conditioners, how they work on an oxygen. They work on a level to where it's the same level of molecules that the oxygen works on. So basically, if you're in an air conditioning, these new air conditioning units basically just steal the oxygen out of your own body. It's pretty messed up. But he brought up a bunch of different topics, and I'll be right back. So yeah, I was watching the Fullerton Informer on YouTube, Joe Imbriano, and he was talking about not only how, yes, they can use that technology against cell phones, but numerous other examples of things that are around us all day long that, if anything were to hit the fan, we're surrounded by so many combustible elements that are in our daily routine, not just the cell phones. A big one was these Tesla components, like it's called the Tesla wall battery. Pretty sure. It would be both, probably, for the charging stations for Teslas, and I believe they have solar panels that use this Tesla lithium battery, and that's just like a little mini nuke sitting in people's garages or houses. That really all it would take is a pulse or some sort of frequency that could trigger any type of combustible element inside of that, just like how the pagers went off in Lebanon. So, but he also mentioned the air conditioning and refrigeration units that are being sold nowadays have a different type of chemical reaction in them and I'm not even going to try to explain it as good as he did. But basically, the air is so compressed in there beyond natural levels that thing is just waiting to explode at any time. So basically, it's so compressed in these air conditioning and refrigeration units that, they're just little ticking time bombs, literally. And if you don't believe it, read the back of any new refrigerator or any new air conditioning unit, and it will clearly say highly combustible, keep it out of this type of heat, keep it out of this type of area, blah blah blah, right? So not only is everybody's air conditioning unit, refrigeration units, we have the Tesla watches, or not Tesla watches, the iPhone watches, the regular watches, it's just so freaky to think about how quick that could be the case, how quick things could get that bad. I've been in a house fire as were my parents, and at that time we didn't have any type of new technology. The house was pretty much 90s and early 2000s technology worth of stuff, and just the amount of heat that came out of all the plastics in the house was so unbearable, because I tried to get in there, I tried to see if I could put anything out, and the wall of fire was so intense, you ain't going through that, and then you hear about these firemen that talk about trying to put out Tesla fires when cars or something goes wrong in a Tesla factory, and those batteries just they're not gonna stop burning, and there is nothing you can really do about it besides let it burn. Joe brought up the fact that, or the possibility, I should say, that probably what we're witnessing during the Paradise fires in California is a lot more of that technology doing the damage than more of directed energy weapons or anything like that. So definitely interesting. Again, Joe's one of the best guys I've ever listened to. He's such a... People don't like him because he yells and talks the truth, I guess, but I think he's awesome, and I always get something out of listening to him. But just think about that. Think about those things. It's pretty messed up that technology is being used right now, because we got it all around us, and all it would take is a little pulse. So bombs all around, bombs away. Have a good day.